What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to be talking about how to conquer procrastination. And I'm going to keep this video short and sweet because for a lot of people watching, this YouTube video is probably a form of procrastination. You know what you need to be doing, and you know that you've accepted that one of the biggest problems that you have is that you like to procrastinate what you know you need to be doing, and so you're watching a YouTube video on how to conquer procrastination. Well, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to give you some actionable tips for how to go about conquering this so that you can leave this video and go do exactly what you need to do. I'm not going to stand here and tell you, here are all of the different little hacks that you can do. You know, you can do this and then you can do that, because the reality is that procrastination is every single task that is not what you need to be doing. So it could be watching this video, coming up with other random things like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm eventually going to build up to the point where I'm hitting the thing that I actually need to be doing. All of those things that you add into your schedule, all of those things that make your habits more complicated, will ultimately end up being a waste of time. It's a waste of time, because you're not actually doing the thing that you need to be doing with that time, and instead you're focusing on trying to fill it up with a bunch of other things that are going to help you avoid procrastination. So I want you guys to understand the humor of this. So here is how this is going to work, all right? I want you to think back to a time when you were not able to procrastinate. I want you to think back. And for a lot of us, what this looked like in school. When we were sitting in school with no cell phones, even though I know today a lot of kids have their cell phones in classrooms, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's unacceptable. But a lot of us went to school where we were locked in a room and we were not able to leave. This made it impossible for us to procrastinate. When we were in the classroom, we were doing the work that actually needed to be done, because we had literally no other choice. There was no other option. The teacher wouldn't let you leave the room. The teacher was making sure that you were doing the work that needed to be done. You literally had to sit there, no phone, no distractions. No other choice than to do exactly what needed to be done. And if not, if you decided to push that off, you would be punished. You would be told, hey, go to the principal's office. Now you're going to receive extra punishment. You were literally locked in a classroom. You hear that? Locked in a classroom. You need to be locked in order to get rid of procrastination. Locked in is the exact opposite of procrastinating. You need to do the exact same thing now. You need to put yourself in the exact same environment that you used to be in when you weren't able to procrastinate. Except now you are an adult. And now you must be the student and the teacher. You're a grown person. You need to assume both roles. You need to understand that you have the same exact tendencies of a child. You have the same exact wants and desires of a child, but you also have the responsibility of an adult. It is up to you to learn to manage yourself. It is up to you to learn to teach yourself, to lock yourself in. That is the key here. You need to learn to lock yourself away and throw away the key. See, everyone in our society is extremely addicted to leisure. I work 14-hour days, 6 days out of the week on my businesses, and my life still has way more leisure, substantially more leisure and ease than a human that lived 100 years ago. Just turn back the clock 100 years. Turn back the clock 200 years, 500 years, 2,000 years. We are all living in a world of leisure. And it's still way more leisure than the majority of the planet. How's that for a reality check? Don't just turn back the clock. Imagine the fact that you are living in a first world country and the majority of people in the world are still working way harder than you. They don't have it nearly as easy than you because they don't live in first world countries. Please, I want you to remind yourself of this. And I want you to ask yourself, what procrastination pills am I taking every single day? Because first world country livers are incredibly medicated. And when I say they're medicated, they are addicted to procrastination. They are addicted to taking things that strip their willpower away from them. They've been told, oh, you need to relax. You need this certain amount of time in order to chill every single day. You need to be able to turn off your brain. You work so hard. No, you don't work hard. Compare yourself to humans 100 years ago. Compare yourself to the majority of humans living in third world countries. You don't work hard for shit. And yet you've convinced yourself that you need weed, that you need to be able to watch a certain amount of TV every single day, that you deserve to play a certain amount of video games, that you can drink alcohol, all things that are designed to remove you from your reality. Because, oh, you deserve it. Because you should be able to relax every once in a while. A lot of people use social gatherings, hanging out with friends to distract them from what they actually need to do. Guys, I cannot even tell you how ridiculous this is. Like, people that live in third world countries, they literally have no perspective. They don't understand what hard work actually means. And they think that they deserve this. They think that they deserve to turn their brain off. They have told themselves that this is just a mandatory part of the human experience to be able to just sit back and do nothing when there is work that needs to be done. You need to put your back against the wall. You need to lock yourself in a room. All right? And a lot of people will bring up, oh, what about resting on Sundays? Resting on Sundays is a spiritual type of rest, a reflection that comes back and reminds you, hey, there is more than just the physical world. Like, I need to be striving to better myself spiritually. That's what Sunday rest looks like. It is still an active form of rest. In order to better yourself spiritually, you have to work. You have to work hard. I have to pay attention in church on Sundays. I have to sit there and actively listen, or the words will go in one ear and out the other. So if you think that God made Sundays so that you could fuck off playing video games, smoking weed, and drinking, you are completely wrong. That is not what Sundays were supposed to look like. They're not supposed to look like you sitting there being slothful. The Sunday rest is an active rest. You need blocks of time every single week where you are not allowed to do anything except the task at hand. Time where it is blocked off. Friends want to hang out? Nope, sorry, can't hang out with the friends. People need something done? Nope, sorry. This is my time. I am locked in. If you do not master focus, I want to leave you guys with this point at the end of this video to really drive things home. If you are not able to master focus, if you are not able to become the teacher and the student, the one who enforces the rules, and understand that you are the person that still wants to procrastinate, if you cannot master your own desires, you will forever be stuck in mediocrity. You will lose at life. You will never fully utilize the talents that God gave you. You will never learn to work hard for the glory of God and be productive. You will forever be your own worst enemy. Shackled to a burden, to a weight that cannot be moved by your own desires. Forever enslaved unless you choose to develop a superhuman level of discipline. A superhuman level of discipline. Unless you choose to give yourself perspective and understand that the life that you are living right now is still incredibly leisureful. It's incredibly relaxing. Get some perspective and start doing what needs to be done. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Drop a thumbs up down below. Drop a singular thumbs up in the comment section if you guys watched all the way through to the end of this video, because if you did, you've got a really good attention span. And that's awesome if you watched all the way through this. But you still might struggle with procrastination. And that's something that even if you have a good attention span, you need to be working on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video.